some people, truth be told, some people feel like that's what it's going to take in order for them to win. And when we say do whatever it takes, yes, that's right. It means don't drive your Ferrari with the emergency brake on. But it doesn't mean crash the Ferrari into a brick building going 500 miles per hour. That is not what building this business means. And for anybody on anybody's team that we still need to be texting to make sure that they get on this training today, this is going to be recorded, and I'm going to have Ethan segment out. So I want you guys to pay attention to the minute marker and drop it in the chat of a minute marker that you really need segmented out, because you need to go flood your brain with it 5, 10, 15, 20 times. Not to say that my training is so wonderful. I think what Coach Wayne does, we're all just like, we're going to walk on water at the end of it. It's just so unbelievable. Because we're excited and we're blown away. But for anybody on your team that sees some leadership or different people in the business, just burn it from both ends. And they know that they want to get after this. They want to win here. But they're actually petrified to go get after it because they're like, I don't know if I'm good enough to burn it from both ends like that person does. I'm going to address that today. This is going to be really simple. And so there's going to be some technical in it, and there's going to be belief systems, but there's definitely going to be things that if you wrote down what your goal is, everybody wants guarantees. I'm going to guarantee you that you're going to achieve that goal, and probably 3 times that goal, as long as you've written down your goal before we get started. Okay. All right. So here we go, y'all. I hope this helps. Who here remembers like a month ago when I did a training on recruiting in real estate? Does anybody recall that?
Yes, I remember.
Yes. All right. I want to ask you all this question here very quickly. If somebody could come up to you and say, hey, I would like to have you start a restaurant, and I want you to do all of it yourself. I want you to learn every ingredient of every meal that goes out, and I want you to host people, and I want you to serve people, and I want you to bartend, and I want you to do all of these things. I want you to manage the people. I want you to know the payroll inside and out. Is there any part of that idea that excites and delights you to the point where you're just like, I can't wait to get up and get after this thing? Just unmute yourself and tell me how that makes you feel.
It's crazy, scared. Heck no.
Overwhelmed.
Right. Yep. So overwhelmed, scary, unable to do it. So if that's how you feel about it, you wouldn't do it, right?
Right.
Right. So I want to ask everybody the question here. For most people on here, if you're brand new and you're just getting this, I'm going to propose a question here. Why would you consider for a second more running your Primerica business like that? If it doesn't inspire you and it overwhelms you and it scares you, and you notice that whenever you try to be that person that does all of the things, you notice that you often feel overwhelmed or not even able to get started or completely paralyzed in your mind because you're trying to do all the things. You're trying to be the person that does all of the things. You feel guilty if you're the person that doesn't do all of the things. That same idea is not attractive to anybody else anywhere, but I'm going to show you guys this question. If you have felt like up until this point that you have just had a hard time taking the emergency brake off and slamming on the gas, what is the good of a Ferrari if the Ferrari is parked in the garage? It's not any good, right? So what we're going to do today is we're going to take the emergency brake off. We're going to keep this very simple. We're going to keep this very organized. But I have to get everybody to start thinking a little bit correctly about how we're thinking so far. And most of the time people look at this business and they're not running it like a business. There's a theme that Coach Wayne keeps bringing to the table. He keeps bringing to the table, run a system. So I'm gonna parallel our system with every other system out there really fast, just so you guys can see. If you guys were in mortgages and what you've done up until this point is you've built for the past 10, 20, 30 years, a clientele and a client base. And you have thousands upon thousands of clients that you've serviced and taken care of. What's the only thing you get paid to do?
Mortgages.
Right. If you're a, I don't know, let's just use anything else. Let's use a financial advisor. If you're a financial advisor and you're licensed to help people set up their investments, and you've spent the last 10, 20, 30 years of your life building a clientele and servicing a clientele. If you're a financial advisor somewhere else, what's the only thing that you get paid to do?
Invest for people.
Yep. So if you're in real estate and real estate investing, and you're making networks of people and connecting with people and friendship farming and doing all of the things and bringing partners in and presenting this idea, doing all these things, and you take 10, 20, 30 years to get your real estate portfolio built and have all of your doors in real estate, what's the only thing that you get paid to do?
Sell property.
Yep. Guess what the rest of every single human being that most of us know functions like? They function like Amazon was never an idea. They function in a fragmented manner where what I mean by this is every part of their life is separated. They've got their real estate person off over here. They have their tax person off over here. They have their investment person off over here. They have their auto and home person off over here. They have their debt people off over here. They have their insurance person off over here. And guess what most everybody in Primerica is doing? Functioning like you only get paid to do one thing. Still approaching this business as if you're begging people to join you in business because you don't actually know what problem you solve for people. I want to ask everybody this question as if you were receiving this as a client. If you're a client and you meet with your person, right, your financial person, and your financial person says, my number one job, Mr. and Mrs. Client, is to provide the Lexus experience for you. It's to make sure it's all done for you. And I save you so much time and so much money versus the other guy or the other gal in the industry that says, oh yeah, I'll send you off to my person. Oh, I can't help you with that. You need help with it? Go off over there. And they refer you to 3, 4, 5, 6 different people to get the thing done that you came to your financial person to get done. Is that a great experience for a client? Or would it be better if they came to the one person that all got taken care of?
Better
Better to one.
One person.
Correctly too.
Okay. Now stay with me here because I'm not talking out of both sides of my mouth. I'm saying from a client's perspective, I want to come to you, Coach Wayne. I want to come to you, Coach Bob. I want to come to you, Amanda, and I want it all. That's what I want. I want it all without having to ask you. I just want it all because that's what people want.
Mhm.
If I have 15 items on my list, I'm getting on Amazon. I'm just getting the crap sent to my front door. I'm not going to go to 15 different places to get it done. I want to go to my one person that knows me and make sure that it all gets done right here. Doesn't send me out everywhere. Okay, so we all can agree that that's very attractive from a client's perspective. What about a business proposal? I had a guy ask me a question the other day. He was like, I understand what you're saying, Erin. I understand that you're saying that I'm in real estate investing, and I'm going to keep doing what I'm doing. And I understand what you're saying, but why wouldn't I just go do what you're already doing? I mean, I kind of am. Like I've got my insurance guy off over here, and I send business to him and I get a cut. And then I've got my investment person and I send them business and I get a cut. And then I've got this, and he goes, so, I mean, they're giving me $100 kickback. Like, why would I do this? Did you hear what I just said? I got $100 kickback. Why would I do what you're presenting to me? I've already got it. I'm already doing it. I need you guys to write this down, because our ability to communicate this to other people in a way that they can actually understand their thought process and actually receive what we're saying to them. Does it mean 100% of people will do it? No. But the right people will capture this really quickly. So I said, okay, well, here's the deal. You got your one guy over there, and you got your one guy over there, and you got your one guy over there. And it takes you 10 years to develop rapport, trust, and a relationship with these people, right? Because you're personally vetting all of these people, which is great. But the problem is it takes you 10 years to develop that one relationship. And God forbid that person gets hit by a Mack truck tomorrow, and your business and your clients and your lifestyle and all the things cannot just stop. It's time consuming. It's incredibly time consuming. When if we all understood what we have our hands on, we'd realize the company's done all of this for you and I already. You can still make things personal if you know the value system of how you treat people and how you want to do business, and you got a client that you want to do something with, or you have a partnership that you want to do something with. Call the wholesale person, and then call somebody local, and call one of the leaders on here and say, hey, this is the experience that I want to create for my person. Tell me who is the best. This is who I'm looking for. Y'all have the ability to go through that own process yourself, but guess what? You don't have to do like everybody else is doing, taking 10, 20, 30 years to go through that process yourself and get $100 kickback. You're still sending your clients out in that world to a whole bunch of different people. And guess what? You're also not doing? You're not duplicating yourself. You're Superman or Superwoman out there, but you can't duplicate yourself. So now let's put this to dollars here, because I still feel like in Primerica, what a lot of us are doing is functioning like all we get paid to do is the one thing. And then we don't even want to fill in the gaps of the other things. But we're missing a really gigantic opportunity to have a conversation with people. I'm not insinuating that you don't stay in your own lane. What I love about Coach Wayne is he knows exactly where he's great. He knows exactly where he's energized. And I encourage each of you, find the part of the business that you get really, really, really energized by, and fill in the gaps with strategic partnerships of people that are really incredible at what they do. And when they say this, and I apologize to some of the leaders on here, like you're like, Erin, you're saying the most basic thing. I got that 30 years ago, and I love it. Our ability to communicate this to other people is the minute marker that this needs to be recorded at. This is the part, our ability to communicate this to other people, because the message gets lost in all of the noise of Primerica. And we're not addressing the root of the problem, which is everybody is functioning like they don't understand how valuable they are. Let me show you how valuable you all are. Okay. Now, you all know that I've had this conversation before where I said, my friend Dana gets paid $97,000 to generate 34 million a year in sales and real estate. And we all looked at that and said, what in the world? Well, it's kind of like the person in Primerica that's barely making any money, or they're not jumping diamonds. They're functioning with the same thought process as Dana, because they think they only can do one thing, and they're not owning their pipeline. They're not duplicating the system. When Chris Koob said, I didn't believe in me, but I definitely believed in the system, this is exactly what he's saying, right? Well, this is how I took what he was saying, okay? So when I approached Dana and I said, Dana, why are you making $97,000 a year, hun? It's because Dana doesn't know any better. She's unaware of what she could have. And I said, so Dana, right now you have all of these clients that you could be servicing. Everybody here has all of these networks of people. You just haven't had a understanding of how to approach them or why to approach them. And I'm answering both of those things for you right now. So I said, Dana, if you partner with me and you go talk to my girl, right? You partner with me and you say, go talk to my girl. Here's how that income changes following Primerica's 85316. At a district contract, referring people over to us, she takes her income from 97,000 to 300,000. Who on here would like to follow Dana's process? If I'm presenting this idea to brand new people, I'm going to reintroduce this idea to people in Primerica. Who here wants to be able to have the quality of life, though, where Coach Bob goes to another country, Coach Wayne goes to another country, Coach Jim goes to another country, and they have an exceptional quality of life and their income just continues to increase? They don't think about money. They don't talk about money. They're the most humble people you've ever met in your entire life, because when you don't have any money, that's all you think and talk about. But when you have an abundance of it, you give it away to everybody else, right? Or whatever it is that you want to do. But to the business partners that all of us connect with, ask yourself this question. In your life, have you ever used a real estate professional? In your life, have you ever talked to a business owner? In your life, have you ever talked to an auto and home person? In your life, have you ever talked to a tax professional? In your life, have you ever talked to anybody in investments at all? You're already using all of these people. Guess what? They're all doing it in a fragmented caveman, cavewoman kind of way. When their clients meet them with needs, they go, I can help you with one. I'm going to send you out the door to everybody else. That's also money going out the door. That's also service going out the door. That's also generational wealth going out the door. They just don't know how to fix the problem. Most people on here don't know how to fix the problem. So back to what I said to Dana, everybody on here can look at this and think about your goals, and you're either going to function this way at first, where you go, oh, I understand now there's a pipeline, and I understand that what Erin's about to show me is she's going to teach exactly how to present this idea to people correctly and how to start bringing strategic partners on here correctly. And I say, let me take you to my girl real quick who's going to help take care of it. Let me take you to my guy real quick that's going to take care of it. In the same meeting, they're going to take care of all of it. And you get a percentage of revenue from all of that. Or you're going to function and you're going to say, I'm going to bring on a bunch of strategic partners, and I'm going to talk to all of those people about owning a pipeline that changes people's lives. It creates generational wealth. It transfers generational knowledge. It truly impacts people. Because when I spoke to Dana and I said, Dana, out of the 250 existing clients, y'all see that number 38 right there? I said, is it possible that there's 30 to 40 of them that are also looking for multiple streams of income and a better quality of life? Takes the pressure off of her to find the time to do it all. If that's the case, I'm going to show y'all, we put the list together, the list that you already have, that you haven't known how to talk to yet correctly, about an opportunity. So out of her 250 clients, 30 to 40 of them want to come work with her. Those are the Primerica numbers that all come with a 100 market list. And she follows the game plan that I'm about to show everybody. That's very simple. She's a regional vice president. She has districts on her team. It's 167,000 a year of passive income. They're not even RVPs yet. That number is just going to go up. Any whoozy. So to the guy who said to me, Erin, why wouldn't I just take what you're showing me and do it myself? Please do it yourself. But it's going to take you 10, 20, 30, 40 years to develop the partnerships and the relationships. You're going to out of pocket pay everybody to do the things that you want them to do, and they're going to give you $100 kickback. And these are savvy investors that I'm talking to. That doesn't make any sense. And I'm saying this to you guys because sometimes you need somebody who's already ran ahead of you saying, hey, I know how these people are talking and thinking out here. It doesn't make any sense. It's kind of gibberish. It's very broken. To a very logical person, I would ask this question. If this is what I'm presenting to you right now, what could I possibly say to you to get you to say, no, I want to go do it all myself. I want to not do what you're showing me, and I want to go do it all myself. That doesn't make any sense because it contradicts what every single person is looking for. We're in the business of leveraging and creating massive passive wealth. Is this speaking to anybody at all? Might be going too slow. I apologize. So let's get to the point. The point is, when I present that idea to somebody, I need to make it very simple to then say, so let me explain to you what a client experience is like. Because right now, Mr. and Mrs. Professional that does whatever they do in a very fragmented way, they can help people with one thing, but they don't have a business that takes care of all the things. And my question is, when we're talking about clients being your commercial, and multiplying what it is that you do, what Coach Wayne shared with us with the perfect storm and the Lexus experience, holy cow. That's so tremendously valuable to receive as clients that they're his commercial. He's not paying for marketing. He's not paying for lead generation, and he's not doing it by himself. He's multiplying because of the value. People are like, what? And that's the experience that you're going to provide for your clients. And that's the experience that your strategic partners' clients are going to feel, instead of, that's my real estate guy. That's my tax person. No, that's my person. And that's my team, right? My financial independence team. I'm a part of it, right? I'm a key player in the financial independence team. So when I have a conversation, I go, there's three people looking at this right now. There's the client that's receiving the $450,000 home plus the $120,000 of debt paid off in 5 years, 7 months. Where does that happen? Except here. To the client that is saving $2.1 million in interest, where does that happen? Where is that conversation proactively brought to their attention? To the client that's saving $900 a month, because they understand how to not be gouged to death by insurance and taxes and different things and debt. Saving $900 a month that's put back in their pocket. Where does that happen? Plus everything else that we do, it doesn't happen anywhere else. Anybody else's business proposal doesn't even come close to touching this, y'all. So then when I show people the numbers, and this is to everybody who told me what their goals were, right? I'm having this conversation with every single one of us. I want you guys to not get in the weeds about this. I want you to merely just understand the truth and the transparency of it. You guys can have a copy of this if you'd like. It's not a problem. but I need you to not be trying to figure it out. I need you to just look at this as if somebody was, if you were in the position of presenting this idea to everybody else that you want to have as strategic partners. I would say to you, Coach Tellis, what I do all the time, y'all, is I put people at regional under regional vice president. That's how I have these conversations, because if you chose for whatever reason to not become a regional vice president, why would I not make it my effort and every effort of every person on all of our team to get someone to the highest paying contract below regional vice president? If I have your best interest at heart, and I do, put it at regional, licensed. Now, everybody think about this really quick. Write your own number down. How many people do you believe are in a similar industry as you? Like, if you have a full-time job outside of Primerica, how many people are in a similar industry to you in a 100-mile radius? You could do a quick Google search and do it. For the sake of time, I'm not going to sit here and think about, or I'm not going to do this the whole time. You guys got to get this talk track down. So say whoever you say, and I go, now out of all of those people, how many of those people, best guess, do you believe treat people the way that you want people to be treated? Do business the way that you want business to be done? And all that set, all of a sudden that number got a lot smaller. I don't care. I want it to. And let's say that I'm talking to the tax professional, or I'm talking to the mortgage person, or I'm talking to the nurse, or I'm talking to the guy that works at BNSF Railway. I'm going to then ask them the question, okay, well, how many people do you think those people know in their entire network of people? Can you guys see how, if you've ever thought, I don't have a big contact list and I'm trying to manually talk to all of them by myself, you're probably paralyzing yourself.
True. That's very true.
And I need you to look at this a different way. I need you to look at the energy that you get when you partner with people that have an existing clientele base and that have big networks, which could be everybody. If I was a nurse, I would be thinking, how many people within a 100-mile radius of me is a nurse? And how many of those nurses treat people the way that I would want people to be treated? They handle their business, they handle their career, they handle people the way I would want people to handle people. Put the number down. Now, out of all of those people that you just thought of, how big do you think their network is? And you can see how all of a sudden the multiplier is happening. So if you're somebody in the business that naturally marketing is very uncomfortable to you, setting appointments is very uncomfortable to you, meeting with people is very uncomfortable to you, then you've got a hole in your business. It's the marketing hole. And we need to go address the marketing hole by you getting the right people that have lots and lots and lots of people that treat people the way that you would want people treated. We need to go have conversations with those people, and we need to present this idea to them, because you've got to duplicate this part of your business. You can't just keep thinking you're going to figure it out on your own. You've got to start bringing the right people together. What about to the people that go marketing and relationships and all that stuff? That's my bread and butter. It's the other crap. Talking to me right now. I love one-on-one sitting down with people. I do not want to have 57 F&As that I need to do today and answering all these people's questions and doing all of the, I don't want to do that. Great. There's a hole in your business. It's called client solutions people that are really incredible at this part. And they're far more efficient than myself. It takes me 4 hours to say something that it would take Mike Morris 20 minutes to do. Fantastic. Good job, babe. Right? We need to start having conversations with people that are processors. We need to start having conversations with people that love being specialists, people that love people, love doing the job right the first time around. And we need to start filling the hole. We need to start presenting this idea to them. So here's the business proposal. Remember the gentleman who said, why wouldn't I just do exactly what you're presenting to me? In fact, I already am. I've got my person, and I get a kickback. They're not duplicating themselves. They do not have a system. They're not leveraging anything. They're not creating the ideal Lexus experience for their clients. And here's how much money that guy is leaving on the table. But I'm actually saying everybody on here, including myself, leaves on the table when this idea doesn't get on the inside of us. Right, Rebecca? 2,500 leads. We're just going to use that example. 1,500 of them get set. 937 appointments are done in your business a month because you have a business, not because Rebecca has to be it all, not because Rebecca has to do it all, but because Rebecca looked at this like a business. And whenever anybody says build a business, build your company inside of a company, this should have a new jangle to it. Know what I'm saying? That's $562,000 of premium. And if we want to go take number one as a company, we're going to have more people who are thinking like this, who understand together we get it all done. But one individual person doesn't get it all done. That's $72,000 a month, $72,000 a month. If you're splitting everything, if you're going, go see my person, who's my client solution specialist, that's doing all of these things, go see my people. This is $72,000 a month of all the things that you don't have to be licensed in Primerica for. I want to press on people's belief systems when they say, for the first time in my life, I'd like to make $5,000 in Primerica. For the first time in my life, I'd like to make $20,000 a month in Primerica. It's $147,000 of life compensation. That is not securities. That is not mortgage. That's not any of those things. And it's cut in half because you have a business, and this is a percentage of revenue. That's $224,000 a month lost by the person who said, well, why wouldn't I just go do it myself? Is this making sense to anybody?
Oh, yeah.
So then let's make this, I don't know if it makes sense to anybody else other than Coach Wayne, but I'm excited that it makes sense to Coach Wayne.
Yeah, it's great.
It makes a lot of
It's so
sense.
good.
And then when you
Yeah.
think about them only making $100 off of the people who go through with anything, it's ridiculous. You know, they're cutting themselves short.
You start questioning the relationships that they think that they're vetting, and they're getting these incredible relationships and these incredible, right? You start going, man, like Amanda, if you found out after the fact that I was just like, I'll cut you $100, you know, send people over to me. I'll cut you a check for $100. Oh, cool. Thanks. I'd be selling you so short because I'm more interested in myself than I am in you. You all are a completely different breed of greatness. It's why you were so attracted to this business. It's because you didn't want any limits, and you didn't want to take more than you gave to other people. And you didn't want to be self-serving and greedy. You wanted to do something that mattered in the lives of a lot of other people. So every partner that you bring into this business, or a recruit, that's what you'd prefer, right, to call anybody. Every partner you bring into this business, and every client that you have exposed to this business, their lives are drastically better. Why would God not want to bless you? It's like we always say all the time, right? Like there's a good plan and then there's a God plan. We hear Mario Arizon say that all the time. This is one of those plans. This is one of those, like, you got to kind of pinch yourself and overcome your imposter syndrome to go, I had no idea this is what I actually had my hands on. Business 101 says every successful business has a marketing system with the purpose of capturing new prospects. How have you felt about bringing people into your business so that you can duplicate to them how to market the business? How have you felt about having clients that sing your praises and they're your commercial 24/7, 365? How have you felt about it? Because every business, every successful business has a marketing system with the purpose of that. And every business has a marketing system with the purpose of converting prospects through the recruiting sales process. They're always hiring, training, and developing. And they're always helping clients that come in the door with a need. So anybody who's ever felt weird about closing, every business in the entire universe closes. An efficient marketing system helps teammates accelerate success by identifying their target audience. We're going to address that in just a moment. But I've kind of brought it up so far already. Efficiently converting new prospects into production where they're actually getting helped and the closing happens. Enhancing duplication of the system and ensuring quality control at every level of the organization. Do you all believe that every business, every successful business does that? They should be doing that.
Could be.
Yes.
They should be. They should be. So we're going to address these things real quick. I promise we're going to get out early. And I apologize for how blurry this is. I saw it a while back on a training and I was like, yep, I am not the person that creates this thing. Somebody else creates this thing. But what to do with this? Well, your marketing side of people, everybody needs to be fueling the machine. So you're going to have your referral market. These are client referrals. Just take a screenshot of this. Client referrals, recruit referrals, emergency contacts. Using your Primerica online CRM, your existing clientele base, old teammates and clients. Today, put it in your power list to get your CRM done. If it's not already done, it's already done. It's already done. Everybody in the rest of the world is trying to reinvent the wheel with the CRM in the rest of the world. Primerica's already done it. Find an entry point to have a conversation with 10 existing people in your life today. Start with good news or urgent news. But that right there, you've got a system. Next thing is the natural market. You have to fuel the machine. What career are you in? We just went through this a moment ago. How many people in a 100-mile radius are in the career that you were formerly in? How many of them treat people the way that you would want to treat people? Hobbies, church, sports, right? Largely untapped market. Creativity feeds unlimited possibilities and opportunities for vertical markets. My natural market, if I'm going to go to my natural market, is I'm going to have people that do something that is familiar and aligning with me. I just showed everybody with the missed opportunity how to have that conversation with them because they're all functioning with old thinking, caveman and woman thinking. They all get paid doing one thing. They don't have a pipeline, which means their quality of life isn't better. Are you making their quality of life better? If I want my quality of life to get better, I must understand I have to help a lot of other people make their quality of life better. Present this idea to them. Warm market, friends, family, coworkers, classmates, neighbors. The highest return on investment of time. It's the most effective way to experience early success fast. Does anybody here feel like from what I just presented to you from the client's perspective, from the business partner's perspective, that you still hold reservation inside of you to bring up an idea that you want to share with them? I'll hold.
Yeah.
If Mike Morris tells me that he has reservation about contacting me when he just saw what the client's experience was, when he just saw what the business partner experience was, if Mike Morris withholds that information from me, who is he helping?
No
What
one.
is he here for?
No one.
Right. And if I judge him, if the catastrophic thing that everybody holds in their head, they're so fearful of, Coach Bob said it before, love people so much that you don't care what people think. That's powerful. I love you so much as a human being who has goals and dreams and a heart inside of your chest the same way I do. That was not made, you're not junk, right? You have a calling on your life, you have something on your life. I love you so much that I'm going to present and share an idea with you. And what you do with that idea, hey, you know what? I'm the messenger and I'm excited about being asked to do that, right? Social media, the DM strategies, we talked about this last week. Just different things on social media, never sleep. So you have unlimited opportunity and target ideal markets, right? And then friendship farming, out and about prospecting, coffee shops, gas stations, right? Unlimited opportunity to talk to people in your local community every day. You got to fuel the machine and realize it doesn't take just one way, but every little bit does. So your marketing people have to practice, drill, and rehearse these things. And then you should be excited about the conviction level of presenting this idea to people. Ethan said it the other day. He was playing a Jeff Seagraves audio, and Jeff Seagraves kept sitting there and sitting there and sitting there and sitting there. And he had success when he first started. And then he just sat. And then he kept telling Rachel, his wife, oh, okay, babe, this is the time. This is the time. This is the time. And she got tears in her eyes and she looked at him and she said, stop. I'm out of dreams. Because 95% conviction doesn't change the world. 100% does. We have to be convicted and understand that what we offer is so good. It's so excellent that every human being on this side of the dirt needs to see it, and we're not going to do it by ourselves. We're going to have strategic partnerships with people. So you're either the person that naturally feels like marketing's a thing. So let's keep this simple, okay? I'm gonna close this stuff up so it makes sense. This is a simple business. Here's your daily system. Take a screenshot. This goes in order from left to right. It's not, oh my God, I have to do all these things today. No, it goes from left to right. Step one, training list. I just brought you into the business strategic partner. Whoever in the world you are, we're putting your top 25 list together or more. You all just saw how I put that leads list together. It's probably more, but we're definitely putting the top 25 list together right now. We're going to macho qualify them. Are they married or dual income, age 23 to 60? They have children, homeowner, full-time job. We're going to macho qualify them together now. So for all of you that are like, I'm still trying to figure out this business, I'm literally, it's dissected. Write the list immediately together. It's getting done together. Our team does it when we do people's onboarding. We just have the list right there. Y'all, your RVPs have their way of doing that. Master practice, drill, and rehearsing appointment setting every single day for 15 minutes, every single day for 15 minutes, every single day for 15 minutes. The bottom line for the red personalities and the gold personalities, right? The people are like, get to the point. The point is write the list immediately.
Mm-hmm.
Tomorrow? No. Today? Yes. Right now. The IBA went in, we're doing the list. We're writing the list immediately. If we don't do it the same way, everybody gets confused about how things get done. It starts slowing the process down. You start having people step into the business going, I'm really confused. I wonder if they do it better than we do. I wonder if they do it better than we do. I wonder if they do it better than we do. Nope, do it just like this. This is a system, right? I didn't create the system. I just believe in the system and I just follow the system. The second thing after the training list to the brand new people on here, you're going to approach the people because every business has a marketing system. Marketing means it's going outward to people, right? So the approach, you have enthusiasm, not fear. You have enthusiasm, not anxiety. You have enthusiasm. You're excited about the fact that I just showed everybody $250,000 a month and have the facts to back it up, and a system to back it up, and the income to back it up, and the need to back it up, and the position to back it up, and all the things to back it up, right? So enthusiasm. Your prospect is curious. You're going to ask questions. They're going to ask questions, and you're going to answer the question, but you're going to create curiosity, not info. So the breakdown of your system for your marketing people who are taking 2 hours to set appointments. Here's how I set the appointment, Coach Wayne. Wayne, how you doing, brother?
Good.
We're
How you doing?
good. How's your family? How's work?
Work is work.
Right? He's gonna say,
Sorry.
what he's gonna say. He's gonna say what he's gonna say. Let me give you guys a point. When I ask that question, my intention behind my question is different than your intention behind that question. My intention behind that question is I want to hear you gripe. Man,
Yep.
how's work? How's your quality of life?
Thank God it's the weekend, man. I tell you, it's been a rough week.
Yep. My intention behind asking the question is different than the intention behind people who truly teach people how to practice, drill, and rehearse appointment setting. I need you to clarify in your words and your belief system and your feeling in this conversation in 5 seconds. It just got very clear. Oh, man, you know, oh, why do you say that? Why do you say that? Like, work's work. Thank God it's a weekend. How's work going? You know, like, how's life going? I'm just going to ask the question again, guys. This is a 30-second process, but I'm highly focused in 30 seconds. Practice or rehearse this with your people. The second thing after I ask that question is I'm going to say, well, Wayne, look, the reason for my call. Because this isn't going to be a gripe fest. This is going to be, we're changing gears. Hey, Wayne, the reason for my call, right? It shifts gears. Everybody can write that thing down. The next part of appointment setting is, I don't know if you know this or not, for the newer people or to the older people on here, the veterans on here, go, I know you know this, right? But I got a financial business, or I'm going into business, and I am so excited. I can't even see straight. What the heck's everybody excited about? We just showed $250,000 a month, creating the best Lexus experience for your clients of all time. What are we excited about? This stuff can't be, looks pretty cool to me. What? Nobody else out there has this. We got to get excited. I am so excited. I can't even see straight. I want to set a time with you for 20 minutes. And I want to share an idea and I want to get your feedback on it. I want to share an idea with you. I want to get your feedback on it. I want to share an idea with you. I want to get your feedback on it. Not I'm doing training and I don't know what the heck I'm doing and I'm terrified to ask you a question and I'm just chitty chatting for small talk, no reason, no purpose, nothing. I am excited. And what does that do? That creates curiosity. And my one thought process is not, how many objections am I going to overcome? My one thought process is make the stinking appointment. It's already set. Is it at this time or is it at this time? Dad, are we eating at 5 or 7? He's like, what are you talking about? I'm like, are we eating at 5 or 7? Right? My dad just stepped out here. Sorry, Dad. But my thought process is, what's the outcome that I'm looking for? And for everybody on here, it's make the appointment. Is it at this time or this time? Create curiosity, not information. So for the super personable people on here, which I am, you think you have to ask somebody if they're wearing a cashmere sweater before you can ask them for the appointment. You feel like you have to ask them like how the baptism of their child was, which is good. This is great. This is great. But I don't want you to feel like these have to be hour-long conversations to set an appointment. because I just made it highly personal when I say, Wayne, how's life? How's work? How's your quality of life? And he tells me something, and it's a personable question. And he's going to tell me whatever he tells me. And I'm like, man, like, you live in the dream? Life's good, right? My intention behind my question is different than everybody else's intention behind that question. And he's going to tell me whatever he tells me. That's the C, clarify.
Right.
The L is I'm going to say, oh man, it sounds like your hours are just nuts, just stressed out, right? Like, man, you want more family time? Wish every day was the weekend, right? That's a personal, I'm personally connecting with him. He's not a name and number on a list, but I'm personally connecting with him. Like, oh man, we got to get together. I had no idea that's what you were going to say to me. I don't know if you know this, but I am so fired up right now. I have a business, right? Or I'm going into business. You guys get what I'm saying? Is if you want to, if practice, drill, rehearses, if you want to get to the point and do it in a 2-minute phone conversation, ask highly specific, intentional questions on the front end that is specific to that human being, that requires them to engage with you and they're going to give you something that you need to know. Go, oh my gosh, I had no idea that's what you were going to say, Ethan. I had no idea that's what was going on. Oh my gosh, brother, I'm praying for you. We got to get together. I don't know if you know this, but I got a business. That's exactly what I handle. I didn't know we were going to be talking about this. I got to set a time with you. When can we get on each other's schedule? 20 minutes. I've got some time today or tomorrow. And then everybody wants to know this all the time, right? Because that conversation takes me 2 minutes. Let's get on each other's schedule. When he goes, what is it? What are you doing? What are you talking about? When he answers me, his answer, everybody, people's answers are going to carry with them 2 things. I don't have enough time. I want more time. I want more control of my time. I'm feeling the lack of my time. It is running out in front of my face, and I feel it every single day. That is a pain point, or they're not making the money they want to make. They're not satisfied where they are. Like somebody's going to say something to you. You got to just listen to what they're saying. And you're not going into infomercial. Oh my gosh, we got to get together. Oh my gosh, we got to get together. Why do we have to get together? Because that's exactly what we're going to talk about. I had no idea that's what you were going to say to me. We got to get together. Set 3 to 5 per day. The presentation is the next part of the system or the pipeline. So everybody might be thinking right now, Erin, you just said that I'm not supposed to do all the things. You're going to go through the system first so that you know what it's like. And then you're going to fill in the gaps with the right people. You're going to have the right people who are doing the right things every single day. You can see that you're going to have the really outward people that love building relationships with people and love building other people and love all of that relationship frontward facing things. The training list and the approach, you're going to have your really high marketing people, the people that have tons of clientele. They know what it's like to build a clientele base through relationships. You're going to have your presentation, which I would still encourage to be people like that. Your presentation, our presentation takes us 19 minutes from beginning to end. We're gathering all the information, 19 minutes. Okay. So the presentation, you're going to do a kitchen table presentation on 4 to 5 pointers by night. I put 20 minutes in there, gather their information. You're going to recruit by day, close the IBA. That's what you're doing on the presentation. What's your thought process? KT or recruit?
Recruit.
There you go. I'm with you. I'm with you. Your next step is always scheduled at the end of that. Your next step is always scheduled at the end of that. Hey, your next step is, and it's either going to be a carry back for that kitchen table and recruit to the shortfall, or you're onboarding for that recruit. You're doing their orientation. How fast? As fast as you possibly can. But the bottom line is recruit, referrals, client. Stop looking for sales. Recruit, referrals, client. That's a presentation. That whole process is 20 minutes. Your follow-up process is next. You're going to have a different type of person here. These are your detail-oriented, get it done the first time, cross it off your list, treat people well, do the right thing, high integrity. Your follow-up. Client Solutions is closed from the F&A. Y'all saw the Lexus experience. Input people in your CRM, do a 90-day follow-up. Make sure all alerts are addressed and the referrals are gathered. This is if you did a Client Solutions appointment, a KT, carry back close. So guys, I can do a 20-minute appointment and say, my Client Solution Specialist, I'm going to go ahead and let him know exactly what you're looking for. In fact, I didn't think I could pull this off. You guys have 20 minutes. I'm going to have him step in here and take care of this part so we don't have to put it on the schedule again. Or do you guys want me to get this in the next 24 to 48 hours? He's amazing. Do you guys see the difference there?
Oh, yeah.
I could set 20 appointments in the amount of time that Mike and Ryan and Chris are closing 3 of the most exceptional F&As. Or vice versa, because they're like, I don't want to do what Erin does, right? The IBA, let's say instead from that presentation, you recruited the person, you're doing their onboarding, and this is how simple it is. What's my next thought? You're becoming a client. We're getting 3 business partners for you. Really anticlimactic. Like you see where I'm like, you're going to become a client. We're going to get 3 recruits for you. What? I thought I needed to go learn every part of this business. Nope. We're doing that part. Right? Follow simple instructions. Duplication. If it gets harder than this, people can't do it. So the bottom line is duplicate the same daily system. So now, let's say that you're a brand new person in the business and your startup process is just like this. Hey, Ryan, I just brought you in the business. We're going to do your training list. Where's the training list? Look at the first box on this whole screen, top 25 or more. We're doing this together right now. Hey, Ryan, we're going to do your own personal financial game plan. Now I'm your trainer, so I'm going to do it. And this way you can pressure test and know exactly the value that we provide for clients. And you can't talk about stuff you've never done. Can't get hyped up about the things you haven't done. You can't get excited and bring value to people if you have no idea what that is yourself. So if we're waiting 2, 3, 4 weeks for you to become a client and you don't feel confident in our business, that just answered a big aha for a lot of people. You want to pressure test Primerica Life and pressure test Primerica Investments and pressure test Primerica's F&A and pressure test all the things of Primerica's anything as a client, become a client. We're doing that right after your training list. We're going to go get 3 business partners for you. We're going to get this done in 7 days max. Do we really need to take 7 days, or can we just have you become a client, get your 3 business partners tomorrow? Get your 3 business partners today. We're getting it done in 7 days. Coming off of this onboarding, I'm messaging Mike, the licensing specialist, and saying, Mike, help Ryan schedule his test 7 days out. He's gonna schedule his test 7 days out. He's gonna self-study in times that we're not working together. Or Ryan, the alternative is you can sit in a 2-day class over your whole weekend. Which one would you prefer? I'd rather schedule it and study on my own and go pass it in 7 days. I'm with you. Geometric progression. Have I lost anybody at all? Because I'm closing up here. I want to make sure that I don't go too fast, that people aren't able to ask questions. This is a simple business. Here's your daily system. If I ran McDonald's and I needed to go inspect what I'm expecting, if I ran any business and I need to go inspect what I'm expecting, then I should probably have a really simple transferable system that everybody can follow every single day. Part-timers, spare timers, full-timers, regional vice presidents, senior national sales directors, whoever they are. 5 critical tasks that include your 5 Fs. Because if we're taking a holistic approach to our strategic business partners working with us, if we're taking a holistic approach to the experience that our clients have, then we should not take a not holistic approach. What's the I don't know the other word. Somebody smarter than me tell me what the Western medicine way, like we're not going to not do that here too. Because we want you to be whole human beings, full, whole, happy, joyful, prosperous, have everything you've ever wanted here. So every successful business has a daily process, and I've included the 5 Fs. I'm going to start with the one on the bottom. When I set with our new teammates, when I do their onboarding, I ask them every single time, Coach Bob, I say, if you could be wildly successful here, what do you want from this that you don't already have? What is this doing to make your life better? I want to know what he wants, not what I want. And then what I do is I help people discover, do they need to be setting 3 appointments, 4 appointments, 5 appointments a day to make sure they hit that goal? When I had this coaching call with Elaine yesterday, Elaine said, I want to prove to myself that I can be a regional vice president, and I want to prove to myself that I can make $100,000 a year. So I said, and for anybody listening, I said, Elaine, that requires you to set 4 appointments a day. You're going to set them. You're going to get on the phone and you're going to use the same appointment setting that I just did a moment ago. You're going to practice, drill, and rehearse with me or a coach every day for 15 minutes. You're going to do it the same way every single time. And when you bring people into the business, they're going to practice, drill, and rehearse for 15 minutes every day until everybody is so dang good at what they're doing that like they can't help themselves. It's just what they do. So it requires 4 appointments set a day for her to cross $9,500 of income a month as a regional leader. It's not including securities income or anything else. It's just life pay. Okay. 4 appointments a day. Guys, that's not negotiable. Like that's not, if anybody wants to build a business, you can't say, I'm going to do all the other things, but I'm not going to do the part called actually marketing my business. Might not be the part that you're comfortable with yet, but it's necessary. It's required. It's a must. It has to happen. So fill in your partners that are going to help get this done. Set 4 appointments a day, cross it off your list. That phone call should take 2 minutes. The next one should take 2 minutes. So put a real time to it, because if there's not a time to it, people won't do it. At max, if you want to get chatty Cathy, it should take you 20 minutes to set 4 appointments. Multiply yourself with 15-minute practice or rehearse 2 to 3 times a day on a skill set. What skill set? The skill set that's hanging you up right now, which is setting appointments. Until you have multiplied yourself to multiple other people that are doing it because you practice, drill, and rehearse it every single day. If you try to change the system, you freak people out and nobody can follow the system, right? Multiply yourself the same way I just said how to set appointments, 15 minutes every single day, 2 to 3 times a day. Next, spend quality time with somebody that you love. Call them for 30 minutes. Go have lunch with them. Go see them. Spend quality time with somebody. 30 minutes a day. Why? Because your reason for not building this business, right? The reason why you must build this business can't be the excuse why you cannot. So set it in your calendar and be intentional about living your life. So spend quality time with them for 30 minutes. Work out and work on your mindset. You can't give out what you don't have. You can't create a value gap for other people if you're not becoming more valuable for other people. Work out and work on your mindset for 30 minutes. That could be prayer time, meditation time, whatever it is that's better for your mind, leadership time, and workout. I'll walk for 45 minutes, but I have a time next to each one of these things with a start and a hard stop. Because if you don't put a hard stop to it, everybody, you know, you look at it and you go, oh my God, my day is so busy. Oh, my day is so crazy. It's so busy. I don't have time. I can't do it. I'm going to do everything except that. And you're going to keep not doing what you're supposed to be doing. Reward yourself, have fun, and visualize the experience of your future for 30 minutes every day. You want to practice the skill set and the duplication of teaching people how to be pulled by a vision of a better future, then do it yourself every day and have it in a system that you teach other people every single day. And when they stop showing up for their future, you keep showing up for your future every single day. And before you know it, what you saw on your vision board is your reality. And you go, funny, that's what I'm looking at, right? This is so fun. I can't wait to show everybody else the secret. So the final thing, this is a simple business. Here's your daily system, right? You just got the 5 critical tasks. You put the 5 critical tasks, you do not change the 5 critical tasks until those 5 critical tasks are something that you do not have to consciously think about doing. I don't have to consciously think about, I need to brush my teeth. I don't need to consciously think about feeding a child. I don't need to consciously think about, because it's what I do every single day. So it's not I'm dumping, all these people are throwing different things at me and I have to do this and I'm really busy and don't they know and I've got to da 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 da. Nope. Do your 5 critical tasks, get them done, report them to your team, be accountable, show it every day, inspire other people by the actions of what you're doing every single day and show them you're living a whole life. And after that, you can be done by 11 a.m. Everything else that's going to hit you in the day, let it hit you. Do what you do, whatever you want to do. Screw off all day, feel guilt-free, live your best life. And I don't mean to go on and on and on and on, but that's it right there. And when I did this yesterday, somebody told me it took them an hour and a half to do the whole thing. And I said, if you won an hour and a half every single day, how differently would you feel about yourself right now? So we get to pick whichever one we want here. We can say, oh man, she's stepping on my toes. Well, all of us have crossed through every one of these, by the way. Every one of us has. It's just a choice of which one we're going to take from this moment forward, though. So you can be in the world of reinvent the wheel, lost all the time, dissecting things, breaking them apart, dissecting them, saying that you still don't have the answer, although we've given all of them. We've given this is like reading a biography of Coach Bob and Coach Wayne and Coach Jim. Like, this is like reading their biography and going, nah, I want to do it myself. Like, what? They're already showing us exactly what we need to do. Now we just need to go do it and keep it simple. Every person on here, don't take this as entertainment today. Take it and teach it and practice it every day. So you're lost all the time. You're dissecting constantly at 0 by 0. No money made. Takes a year to figure out step 1. You get 10 times, you get 10 more of yous if you choose to stay in this space. You can be in the addition business. This is still the person who believes I must do it all by myself. That's why I won't do anything, because it's too painful to try to ask other people. It's too painful to build a business. Well, you're not building the business. 99% of the business is done. You just got to go put people in the business. That's it. So addition is, I'm going to bring one person in and they're going to quit. And I'm going to bring one person in and they're going to quit. And I'm going to try for 12 months to not bust out in tears telling everybody why Primerica doesn't work. And you're doing it all by yourself because people stink. And after 1 year, you've got 12 recruits. And we all know in the real world, there's 20 percenters. So you have 2 of them that will follow your example of addition. And you're afraid to bring people into this business because you go, I don't want them to experience the pain I felt. This is a 20-year game plan to have 40 people licensed, which is the equivalent of a 5 by 5,000 a month. Because of 40 people licensed, you have 16% of them actively doing anything, because this is a business. You can be in the multiplication choice where it takes 30 days. So everybody today is the first day of your 30 days. Every one of us. Because if there's people standing behind us, they're following our lead. And if we don't have people following our lead yet, do you want them to follow one or two? Or would you prefer that they follow your lead from where you're going to go? Reintroduce yourself. Take 30 days to get your 3x3,000. Your people will do exactly what you just did. 3 who take 30 days to get their 3x3,000. So now we're moving into the 9 times 3 equals 27 people in your business. 20%ers always work. So 5 are showing up in your business after 90 days. We're getting there. About 20 people are going to start showing up to your meetings after a year. Remember how I started off with this missed opportunity conversation? Or we can be in the business of what Coach Shane has always shown us, geometric progression. And Shane's reintroducing himself. And we're a part of that together. So in the next 7 days, we're going to get your 3x3,000. How? I just showed you on the last slide. Get your 3x3,000. I don't know why it says speak in 7 days. Oh yeah, speak in terms of 7 days. Sorry. We're going to get this done in 7 days. Don't ask people, when do you want to get this done? We're going to get this done in 7 days. So now you're in geometric progression of everybody following the same system. 27 people who all get 3 and they do 3x3,000. That's 81. 3 who get 3, who get 3, who get 3. We're talking monthly numbers now. 20% always show up. 20% always run the duplicatable play. Duplication is the key. I couldn't even run the number 3 to the 52nd. You know, like that. I don't even know what that number is. It's so big. Google, this number has too many numbers in it. I don't even know what that number is. Somebody say it to me. It's too big. Duplicate the same system daily. All right, guys, we're done with training. Feedback. What did you learn? What did you gain? And what questions do you have?
Erin, phenomenal, incredible job. You know, what's just a little side note here, because I know we're coming to the end here. If you guys haven't already, what all this formula, you know, obviously the business is a numbers business. And sometimes that can get us in trouble, but I'll be the first to raise my hand. Before we ever got this engine started, our biggest complication was changing our old habits into good habits. And there's a book that you guys got to get your hands on if you don't already have. It's called The Atomic Habits by James Clear. Atomic Habits. I don't know if someone wants to Google that has screen access, maybe pull that up. But you can get it on Autobook and whatever, depending on how techy you are. But the bottom line is that it changed my life, because like right after we click off Zoom, we're about to do that, right? We're going to close the Zoom training. We're going to go right back into our habits, whatever that is. It could be chilling out on a Saturday. I'm not saying that's wrong, but if you just take that few 30, Erin, you know this. If you really dissect some of your greatest heroes in Primerica, they don't really work that many hours to get unbelievable success. It doesn't take 8 to 9 hours a day. That might be the process that you have to do once you get the engine started. But I love it was, what was it? Golly, shame on me. What was the gentleman's name that he, golly, the one that was talking about taking an hour out of your day and just the magic hour. What do you call it?
Keegan John,
Sacred Hour.
Sacred Hour. That's what it's all about, guys, is creating those habits. I have a habit. I drink coffee. Okay. Do pretty good at it. Okay. What if this is a habit that I formulated way before Primerica? But every time I get a cup of coffee, what if I took 5 minutes during that time, because I got that habit down, to create a good habit? That maybe when I'm getting a cup of coffee, I dial a number, I'm gonna call one prospect. Does that make sense?
Oh, yes.
This habit triggers a good habit. Does that make sense? Just food
Yes.
for thought. When you read into the Atomic Habits, it'll change your life because it did for me.
It absolutely will. So when people say, give this thing 2 to 3 years and give this thing all you've got, that's what everybody just saw. So whatever internal blocks anybody has, don't question it anymore. Just put your what good is a Ferrari when this Ferrari is parked in a garage? It serves no one. But when you go, I just took the emergency brake off this sucker. Let's go. I put the key in the ignition, pedal to the metal. There's no questioning what I need to do today. There's no question what the system is. And you guys have the support of coaches, but you got to just get after it right now. I love you guys. Thank you, Coach Wayne, for ending on that.